Have you ever wondered what spiffs are in business? Today, we're going to unravel the mystery around this term. Picture this. You're a salesperson, and your company decides to offer a special incentive for selling a particular product. That, my friends, is what we call a spiff. It's like a little extra sprinkle of motivation, a bonus if you will, designed to encourage the sale of specific products. Spiffs can be anything from a cash reward, a gift, or even a trip to an exotic destination. The key idea is to push those particular items a bit harder, to give them a boost in the market. It's a common practice in sales, and when used correctly, it can be a powerful tool. Now that we've defined what spiffs are, let's delve into how they can affect business negatively. It's a double-edged sword, and we're about to explore the other side. Stay tuned. Consider the example of a hypothetical tech company, Tektronix. Tektronix was a fast-rising star in the tech industry, boasting an array of innovative products. To boost sales and incentivize their sales force, they introduced spiffs, a short-term incentive program. This led to a dramatic, almost immediate surge in sales. And initially, it seemed like a winning strategy. But as time went on, the negative impacts began to surface. Salespeople, driven by the allure of spiffs, began pushing products aggressively, often without considering the best interests of the customers. They focused on selling the highest-priced items, irrespective of whether those products were a good fit for the customer's needs or not. This led to a surge in customer complaints, returns, and even some legal disputes. One such instance involved a customer purchasing an advanced, high-priced software suite for his small business, based on the recommendation of a Tektronix salesperson. The customer was under the impression that the software would streamline his operations and increase productivity. However, the software was far too complex for his small team to handle. The promised productivity boost turned into a productivity nightmare. The customer felt misled, and the incident resulted in a highly publicized lawsuit against Tektronix. Another example was when a salesperson convinced a non-tech-savvy elderly customer to buy the latest, most expensive smartphone model. The customer struggled to use the device due to its complex features and ended up returning it, deeply dissatisfied. This incident tarnished Tektronix's reputation, especially among the older demographic, who perceived the company as insensitive and profit-driven. The salespeople's pursuit of spiffs led them to sideline products that were less profitable but better suited to many customers' needs. This resulted in a decline in overall customer satisfaction and trust in Tektronix. Furthermore, the focus on spiffs created an unhealthy competitive environment among the sales team. Employees were no longer collaborating and sharing best practices. Instead, they were constantly trying to outdo each other, leading to a toxic work culture. Employee morale and job satisfaction plummeted, resulting in high staff turnover, which added to Tektronix's challenges. In the long run, the excessive use of spiffs led to a significant blow to Tektronix's reputation. The company that was once lauded for its innovative products was now being criticized for its aggressive sales tactics and poor customer service. Their customer base started to dwindle, and they struggled to attract new customers due to their tarnished image. The Tektronix case is a stark reminder of how the misuse of spiffs can lead to damaging consequences. It shows how a short-term boost in sales can be overshadowed by long-term damage to a company's reputation, customer relationships, and internal work culture. As seen with Tektronix, spiffs can lead to short-term sales but long-term damage. Why do spiffs lead to such negative outcomes? This question brings us to the fascinating world of psychology. Let's delve into the psychology behind spiffs, which are sales incentives designed to motivate salespeople to sell more. These incentives often come in the form of cash bonuses or prizes, creating a reward system that can be incredibly attractive to salespeople. However, this approach can also lead to some unintended and undesirable outcomes. Now, human beings are naturally motivated by rewards. It's a part of our basic instinct, and it's not inherently bad. However, when a reward system like spiffs is introduced, it can sometimes overshadow the larger goal, which is to build sustainable business relationships and ensure customer satisfaction. This is where the psychology of spiffs becomes crucial. You see, the allure of immediate rewards can create a kind of tunnel vision. Salespeople might become so focused on earning these rewards that they start pushing products or services that may not be the best fit for the customer. This can lead to unethical sales practices where the needs of the customer are sidelined for the sake of a quick sale. This behavior doesn't just harm the customer, it can also damage the reputation of the business. In the long run, customers may lose trust in the business, leading to a decline in sales and customer loyalty. This is the paradox of spiffs. They're meant to boost sales, but if not managed properly, they can actually cause harm. Furthermore, spiffs can create an unhealthy competitive environment among salespeople. Instead of fostering teamwork and collaboration, they can lead to an every man for himself mentality. This can lead to a toxic work culture, which can negatively affect employee morale and productivity. In essence, the psychology of spiffs demonstrates how short-term incentives can lead to long-term problems. It shows us how focusing solely on immediate gains can distort our perspective and lead us to make decisions that are not in the best interest of the business or the customer. Understanding the psychology behind spiffs helps us see why they can be detrimental. But fear not, because understanding this psychology also provides us with the tools to use these incentives effectively and ethically, which we'll explore in the next scene. So how can a company use spiffs effectively without causing harm? It's a question that's likely been on your mind since we started this discussion. Well, it all hinges on responsible use and careful management. First and foremost, establishing clear guidelines is crucial. Companies need to create a well-defined policy that outlines when and how spiffs are to be distributed. This policy should be transparent, ensuring everyone in the company understands the rules of the game. It's not just about rewarding salespeople for their efforts. It's about promoting healthy competition and ethical selling practices. Next, it's essential to ensure that the products being pushed through spiffs are suitable for customers. Spiffs should never compromise the needs or best interests of the customer. This means that salespeople should always match the right product to the right customer based on their needs and not the incentive attached to the product. Another vital aspect is monitoring sales practices. Management should keep a close eye on how spiffs are influencing sales behavior. Are they leading to aggressive selling? Are they causing salespeople to neglect other products? Regular monitoring allows for timely intervention and adjustments to ensure that the spiffs program does not derail into unethical practices. Furthermore, it's important to balance spiffs with other types of incentives. While spiffs can motivate short-term sales, they may not necessarily drive long-term performance or customer loyalty. Therefore, they should be complemented with other incentives that encourage long-term goals, such as customer satisfaction and repeat business. Lastly, communication is key. Regularly communicate with your sales team about the purpose and expectations of spiffs. Feedback is a two-way street, so also listen to their concerns or suggestions about the program. This open dialogue will not only ensure that everyone is on the same page, but also foster a sense of ownership and commitment to ethical sales practices. With careful management, spiffs can be a useful tool without leading to negative outcomes. So, think of spiffs not as a potential pitfall, but as a stepping stone to creating a motivated, high-performing sales team that values not just the sale, but the customer as well. Let's recap what we've learned about spiffs. We started off by understanding what spiffs are. These are additional incentives given to employees, often salespeople, to sell more products or services. They are usually in the form of bonuses, rewards, or discounts aimed at boosting sales and motivating employees to perform better. We then delved into the potential pitfalls of spiffs. As enticing as they may seem, they can sometimes lead to negative consequences. For instance, salespeople might focus too much on selling the incentivized products, neglecting other important aspects of their job. This could result in a skewed sales strategy and even customer dissatisfaction, as customers might be urged to buy products they don't necessarily need or want. We also explored some real-life examples where spiffs backfired. We saw how, in some cases, they led to unethical practices and even legal complications. In an effort to gain those extra bonuses, some employees might resort to dishonest tactics, damaging the company's reputation and possibly leading to financial and legal repercussions. But it's not all doom and gloom. We also discussed how spiffs can be used effectively. The key is to design them in a way that aligns with your overall business strategy and values. They should be fair, transparent, and balanced. It's essential to have checks and balances in place to prevent misuse and to ensure that they are driving the right behaviors. Regular monitoring and adjustment are also crucial to keep them relevant and effective. To wrap up, spiffs are a double-edged sword. They can be a powerful tool for motivating employees and boosting sales, but if not managed properly, they can lead to adverse outcomes. As a business leader, it's your responsibility to strike the right balance. Use them as a part of a well-rounded strategy and not as a standalone solution. Encourage ethical practices and foster a culture where employees feel valued and motivated beyond monetary incentives. Remember, spiffs are a tool. Use them wisely, and they can help your business succeed.